Ever feel like the HR department is your best buddy at work? Think again. Let's face it, we've all been there. You're sitting in a cushy chair across from someone in the HR department. Their friendly smile and sympathetic nod making you feel like you finally found someone in the office who truly gets you. But here's where the plot thickens. HR departments often project themselves as the employee's advocate, the shoulder to lean on, the listening ear in the midst of corporate chaos. They are the ones who welcome you to the company, throw the best office parties, and remember your birthday. But in reality, this can often be a well-crafted illusion, a mirage in the corporate desert. You think they are on your side because that's what they've led you to believe. They employ a variety of tactics to maintain this facade. It could be something as simple as an open-door policy, which, let's be honest, is less about your comfort and more about keeping an eye on you. Or it could be employee assistance programs that, while beneficial, are also a means to monitor your well-being for the company's benefit. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not suggesting that HR is a department of two-faced liars waiting to catch you out. But it's essential to remember that they're not your buddy either. Their job is to serve the company, but keeping you on side and securing your trust is how they do it. While many of their functions are beneficial to you, such as running training programs, providing benefits, and sorting out payroll issues, their job is a strategic one. They're more like a wolf in sheep's clothing, luring you in with a friendly demeanor only to serve the interests of the organization. In fact, if HR was a character in a movie, they'd be the charming sidekick who turns out to be working for the bad guys all along. You know, the one who leaves you gasping in surprise and reaching for the popcorn. But unlike in the movies, this plot twist doesn't need to be a surprise. So if HR isn't your friend, what exactly are they? You could say they are more like the company referees than the employee cheerleaders. So now you know whose side they're really on. Let's dive into the real role of HR, which, contrary to popular belief, is not to be your office bestie. The HR department's primary function is as a strategic business partner to the highest levels of management. They are there to understand the company's vision and ensure the workforce are prepared and ready to make it a reality. To make this happen, they control the people. They are responsible for attracting great talent, training and developing the workforce, and engaging them in ways that will keep them in their jobs. They invented benefits, company culture, and corporate values. All nice things to secure employee loyalty to the business. When those same people no longer fit in with the strategic vision, HR are also the ones to preside over redundancies, disciplinaries, performance plans, and termination. Human resources are also there to protect the company from liability. That may mean protecting the company from, well, you. Yes, you heard it right. They're there to ensure the company doesn't get sued, fined, or end up with a bad reputation. So while you might want them to be your advocate, they're more like the company's bodyguard. Now, this isn't to say they're bad people, but it does mean that, like you, that they have a job to do and their interests may occasionally conflict with yours. Let's imagine you have an issue with your boss. You go to HR expecting them to handle it like the professionals they are. But remember, the moment you share your grievance, they are listening out for potential legal risks to the business. After all, employees that complain are also the types of employees that may end up with a legal claim. Their job is to mitigate that risk either through mediation or to find another solution that primarily safeguards the company. Despite what you may think or they may say, HR have no legal obligation to respect confidentiality. Don't be surprised if they share your concerns with others, perhaps even the person you're complaining about. In most cases, complaining will make you the liability. There won't be a fair resolution, and you could end up in a worse position than that which you started. So if you can't trust HR, how should you approach them? Navigating the HR department is like walking through a minefield. One wrong step and boom, you're in a world of bureaucratic paperwork and endless meetings. But don't fret, here's how to approach HR with your issues without losing your sanity. Firstly, consider the gravity of your issue. Is it a minor dispute or is it a serious violation of your rights? For minor issues, it might be more effective to address it directly with the parties involved. Remember, HR's primary role is to protect the company, not to mediate petty squabbles. However, if the issue is serious, like harassment or discrimination, workplace safety or pay disputes, it's crucial to bring it to HR's attention. Document everything meticulously. Dates, times, people involved, everything. Make notes after meetings, keep emails, and get things in writing if you can. Being prepared is showing you mean business. Now let's say you've done all that and HR still isn't stepping up. What's next? Well, you could seek external help. Unions, employment lawyers, even the media can be powerful allies. But tread carefully. The moment you raise the alarm, you will likely have the target on your back. You're marked as a potential problem, disrupting the harmony that HR have spent so long trying to create. When dealing with HR, it's all about knowing when to approach them, how to present your case, and what alternatives you have at your disposal. Find out how they've dealt with previous similar complaints. Fairness in HR investigations can exist. You need to work out what kind of HR team you are dealing with. Most will not jeopardize their own jobs for yours. It might seem daunting, but remember, knowledge is power. In the corporate world, it's essential to know who's really on your side. So, is HR your friend or foe? The answer isn't black and white. We've peeled back the curtain on HR, revealing the illusion of friendship they often project. But let's not forget, their primary role is to protect the company's interests, not yours. And when it comes to navigating these waters, caution is your best ally. But don't get me wrong, this doesn't make them your enemy. They're just not your friend in the way you might have assumed. They are normal people with pressures of the job, often just stuck between a rock and a hard place. Try not to take things personally. It's easy to feel let down or discarded in these emotionally charged situations, but taking ownership of your future and having a backup plan is usually the best way forward. So where does this leave us? Well, it's time to share your stories. Have you had experiences that echo these points? Or has your journey been different? Remember, your experiences can help others navigate these tricky terrains. It's all part of being savvy in the face of corporate politics. It's controlling, it's deceptive, and it's unfair. But as they love to say, it's just business. Do us a favor and give that like button a push. We would love a new subscriber. And if you're disenchanted with your corporate existence, don't forget to check out some of our other great videos on your screen right now.